All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, Adventures in Trucking. We're surely glad to see 2023. We're glad everybody made it over to 2023 with us. We are here at the back of Kane. This is the original Hotshot truck we started with. And for 2023, are we going to be quitting Hotshot? And everybody knows it's really tough. Fuel prices are high. Fuel freight rates are low. Are we quitting is the question. That's the question that everybody is pondering right now. So I'm not gonna lie, seriously thinking about it. We got to see what we're gonna do. It's just not great right now. I know things will start to pick up. I've been doing this a long time. I know things will start to pick up after the weather breaks, but we got to see what we can do in the meantime to try to make it until good weather, the rates get better. And so, yeah, we'll be just trying to maybe expand the operation, get into some other things that will allow us to be more flexible. And so if we're not going to be running freight, what are we going to be running, you say? And so we will show you our new acquisition, see what we're going to do. That is going to be another trailer that we're adding to the fleet. And this trailer will give us the capability to start running cars. We are specifically wanting an enclosed trailer so that we can do high-end cars. You know, obviously you can, certainly with that truck, we can pull a 5 or even a 6-car trailer with that truck and run more cars, but I'm not looking to run low-end cars, which generally kind of could be the case running open. So I'm looking to differentiate a little bit, and by running an enclosed trailer, we will be hopefully looking to run high-end cars and cars that require a enclosed trailer. If you have an open trailer, you run whatever you can put on the trailer and just run it down the road and drop it off. Cars that are specifically requesting an enclosed trailer will pay a higher rate, pay a premium rate, and that's where I want to be. Trying to get the business to where we are not based on volume, we're based on margin, and an enclosed trailer like this will allow us to operate at a higher gross margin than just an open trailer. A customer that has a high-end car, let's just say a Lamborghini, for example. While I would say you wouldn't see a Lamborghini on the back of an open trailer, you can't necessarily say that. I just saw one on Monday when we went to pick up this trailer. All that being said, that is generally not the case that you would ship a Lamborghini on an open trailer. BMWs come to the manufacturer in an enclosed trailer. They come from the manufacturer to the dealership in an enclosed trailer generally. You can see them on an open trailer for sure, but even so, they will be wrapped. They will have wheel protectors on them. Because they have such a large volume of new cars to move, they need to move them on an 8, 9, 10 car trailer. So they do take extra precautions when they ship them on an open trailer. I am looking to do high-end cars, luxury cars, executive cars, exotic cars, supercars. That's what we're looking to do. So this trailer will allow us to do that. The specs just generally is this 53-foot enclosed, and so there's 45 feet on the bottom floor, and then we will be making some modifications in the future, more to that to follow. But it's 53 feet long overall. It has triple 7K axles. The axles are torsion rod axles, so they'll ride very smooth. I can tell the difference between this trailer and my 30K trailer on spring ride that rides behind the truck now, flatbed trailer. So even as an empty trailer to empty trailer, I can tell the difference on how this trailer rides behind the truck compared to our flatbed gooseneck trailer. So more to follow, man. We got a lot of things we got to do to it. It's a 2010. You know, it's been used, of course. It's a 2010. It's not in horrible shape, but there are some things that I would like to do to it to get it up to my standards. So that's what me and Hotshot Shorty are going to be working on. I got some lighting issues I got to work out. I have to put some batteries on it if the batteries for it don't take a charge. It does have hydraulic landing jack in the center, and then the 2 outside jacks on the front are just stabilizers once you get your hydraulic jack down. Ramp door, of course, on the back with double springs at the top to lift the door. It's got E-track in the floor. we'll go through all that when we pull in tight on it. We'll go through all of that, the inside specs and whatever on the trailer when we pull up tight on it. So this is it, man. 2010 53-foot enclosed trailer. So these are just an assortment of wheels and tires for the trailer. These are the aluminum rims that the trailer has on it. Right now there are 5 of these on the trailer and 1 of the Steelies, which was an original spare. So we're just going through, checking out everything, seeing what's what. But of course I'm going to be putting the aluminum wheel back on the trailer, run all 6 alums, and then that will give us 3 of these Steelies to run as spare tires. We did pretty good, I guess. You know, it's basically the trailer's got 6 tires on the ground already, and then we've got what will be 3 of those Steelies that we'll run for spare. So as we sit right now, this one will be going back on the trailer. I'm gonna get 6 new tires. We'll put 6 new tires on these aluminum wheels, put those back on the trailer, and then I'll have 3 of these Steelies that we will have for spares. These are called Advanta tires. Advanta is the name on them. I had never heard of them. They're the, I guess, quintessential China bombs or whatever. I've got a set of Trans Eagles on my tour hauler over there. Very similar construction, a 15-inch. Those are 14 ply. These are 14 ply. The capacity of this tire is 4,040 pounds in a single configuration, which this is triple singles on here, which will give me 8,080 pounds per axle. So while I don't need to run a 16 ply tire because that would be more than what the axle could carry, I probably will still run 16s just because the extra durability and you know, heavy weight, you know, design of the tire. When you got triple singles in a row like these would be on the ground on the side of this trailer, and you got to make a turn, the tire is going to pull very hard. The front axle and the rear axle is going to pull very hard when you have to make a turn, and so I want probably the increased durability in the 16 ply as opposed to the 14 ply. It's probably about $80, $100 for a set of 6 would be the difference overall. So I don't know, I'm still kind of up in the air about it. In my head I'm thinking I'll probably go ahead and run the 16 ply tires. So yeah, what we got was 3 extra spares with it. This is the ramp door on the back of the trailer. I have to reset my diamond floor here, but this is the little flip down ramp that goes to the ground. If you come up inside, you'll see we have E-track in the floor of the trailer. So you got a double E-track, one in the center, then one towards the outside. Then you have E-track on the wall as well. So this is my understanding, as we bought the trailer from a gentleman down in Florida. This was originally a race car trailer that a team was using to run, you know, race cars out of. Then the guy that I bought it from was running it to run cars as we were doing. So you know, we just got to go through, do a little maintenance, a little upkeep, and I think we got good bones to work with here. I definitely wanted 53 feet so I could have all the room that I can for the potential of being able to get 3 cars inside of it. So we'll have to make some modifications inside the trailer to be able to get the 3rd car up on a ramp so that we can run 3 cars in here if need be. But it's got the diamond plate floor in it. Again, because it's a race car trailer and not necessarily a cargo trailer, it came with the E-track already in the floor. It came with the white walls as opposed to the regular wood walls that come in it. You know, the white roof, and then the corners are all a bit angled in. So, you know, got a couple of sets of lights in the roof, 1, 2, 3 lights in the roof. I believe the 3rd light up front is not working, but the one clear one in the middle and this clear one here does in fact work. So we'll have to check that for a bulb on the front light to see does that work. It's got 2 roof vents in it. I'll have to probably put new roof vents on there. You guys know these things are super cheap. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna fool with it, and unless I'm just feeling like I need some ventilation in here. But those things are good for a year, maybe 2, and then it's time to replace them anyway. So not super concerned about that as long as they don't leak. They're missing a crank handle, but they don't seem to have any cracks in the top of them that I can see from down here. So I'll let them ride for now and get to other more pressing issues. This is how we got the trailer. We so far haven't done anything. This is literally day 1. We got home with the trailer yesterday. So, I mean, all of the straps you see in here, which you got a tote full of straps up there, all of this came with it. These are the straps that, of course, lock into the E-track on the floor, and then the ratchets are there or kind of scattered about. We got a whole, we haven't even gone through this thing to see how many straps we have, how many ratchets we have. I don't know. We haven't even checked it yet. A couple of hooks on the wall up front. Looks like somebody had an air mattress in here. I don't know how much air they were putting in it, but anyhow, there's an air mattress of some sort at one time. Ratchets. Yeah, more ratchets. We got a whole box full of these over here. Plenty of these in here he gave to us. Oh wow, there's a tube of grease. I'll put that in the grease gun. Yeah. We got E-track hook. Okay, nice. Yeah, that goes on the wall. A couple of them. One little E-track D-rings. Wow, another nice little E-track hook. I am just seeing this stuff for the first time as well. We hadn't even gone through this. Oh wow, plenty of these little straps here. Yeah, with the buckle in it. I don't know, I guess it's probably about 10, maybe a dozen of them in there. These look like the ones, regular ratchet straps I guess he was already using. I don't know what this is. This is, I guess he didn't want to be up on a car or whatever, but okay. Oh wow, looks like we got a toe strap in here. Okay, didn't see that. We got a toe strap, extension cord, a couple of regular ratchet straps. All right, so we got some things to work with. Up front, it's got a winch mounted to the floor. That's a Super Winch S5000. He didn't have the remote control cable for it. Plugs in right here. I'll have to go online and find a remote control cable for it. I looked them up just real briefly. I think they were about 17, 18 bucks for a wired one. So yeah, came with the winch in it. It's got a 50 amp service panel here. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure what this is for. I don't see any 110 power inside of here. I don't see any outlets in here that's 110. So, you know, while this cord could reach out, the best thing I can figure is this cord does reach outside the door, and the cord does reach under here. So I was thinking maybe they were sitting a generator under the nose of the trailer, and then, you know, just run this cord out the door at the racetrack, and, you know, they'd be able to plug this in. But I don't see any outlet of this box, what this box powers. Maybe something they just started getting in here and didn't really finish. We'll figure that out. We don't necessarily need that anyway, but it's a thought. And so yeah, this is the nose. Again, all finished out with the white walls. E-track up here in the front, all the way on the sides, all the way down. No E-track in the front. And then, you know, just the fact that it's finished out and the corners are beveled and everything is really nice, as opposed to just kind of just being a cargo trailer with just the regular brown wood walls in it. So it looks like we got a couple of D-rings across here to tie things into, and that is generally the inside of the trailer. I do like this feature on the side of the door here. So rather than just having a single man door, it's got a double wide door here. So instead of having a single door that's, I don't know, 24 inches, I think, it might be 30. It's got a double door here. So of course the other half would make this close completely, but you just have a wider entrance point when you have a double door like this. So kind of like that. That's nice. I know some of the race car guys kind of do appreciate that, because you can actually get your toolbox through this door a lot easier when you have a double door like this. So a lot of times guys at track will run their toolbox in here and set it over there in that corner, or maybe against the nose of the trailer, or that little short section there, or sometimes here. So I mean, you still got plenty of room in the back of the trailer, but I do like this double door on the side. Okay, so here we are at the nose of the trailer. We went down to Florida, picked it up, and this is how he pulled it with his truck. He had a 2019 Chevrolet with a flatbed on it and a Duramax diesel. He pulled it on a gooseneck ball. So what we ended up doing was we put our gooseneck ball back onto our hitch. You guys that have been with us from the beginning, you'll know that, you know, we bought the truck that had that on it, but I always pull on a fifth wheel and a kingpin. So I do have the head that goes on there. So we were able to change that out. There's one bolt that goes through it, which is here. And this bolt goes all the way through. You can see down the bottom, it goes through and actually comes out back here. But you take this nut off, you take the long bolt out, you pull that out, you put the fifth wheel head in, put the bolt back. And that gives you the capability to do either. So in order to get the trailer home, we put this on the truck, brought it home with this. I am not a fan of this gooseneck ball. It took me an hour to get this unhooked this morning. It is a pain. Even with the hydraulic jack on the trailer and the air ride hitch and the air ride truck, you got to get it to not be in a bind in order to get that ball, or in order to get this ball out from underneath of there. So we will be changing this immediately. I've already ordered the kingpin, and the modification will be as follows. We do need to shorten this up because this truck is taller than the other truck was, and I need this nose of the trailer to come down 4 3/4 of an inch. So we will make some modifications up here. We're going to cut this off, get rid of this socket up here, this ball socket, and underneath the bottom of here we'll have a kingpin that will be welded to this tube instead of this socket receptacle for a gooseneck ball. So yeah, we'll mod this. I'm gonna have to shorten this up about 4 3/4 inches, and you know, that would get the nose of the trailer down the right level when we have it on the truck. We've taken measurements already, but we already have that first part coming. Hopefully that'll be here day after tomorrow. So we'll be changing this over to a kingpin setup. Here are our battery boxes up here, and right now we have the batteries out. We're checking them to see whether or not they'll take a charge. This, like I said earlier, this trailer does have hydraulic landing gear. So the batteries run the hydraulic pump here, which is what basically picks the trailer up and down, and with this center foot here. And then once you get the trailer to the height you want it, you pull your outside legs down as stabilizers just to sit on those legs. So a little bit different setup, but you know, like I said, this is 2010, so I guess this is how they did it in 2010. This is your controller here to raise the leg, the hydraulic leg up or down, and then you got a plug here, and same thing on the other side over here. These are just battery tenders, so when the trailer's sitting, you can plug it in and it trickle charges to the batteries that are here. So that's what these are for here. In other words, this will just be closed up. So yeah, going down the side of driver's side of the trailer. This is your manual jack to run the outside legs down, or if your hydraulic jack should fail, this is how you be able to raise the trailer up manually. Normally, you know, when that's not in use, this door will just be closed like so. So coming down the side, the trailer does have LED lights in it. These lights here are LED lights, so they have a white lens, they have colored bulbs in them. So I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like the chicken-like look, so that's gonna look really good behind Tia up there. And you know, we'll have to shoot some screws in it or rivets or whatever, put a few rivets in it. We'll get this sticker off of it. The other thing here is that this is the 6th aluminum wheel for the trailer. So when we got it, it had a spare on it, which is just a steely like the other two that are in the back. So I mean, you know, it's a steel wheel. It's a spare. It will serve the job. Obviously, I want to put the aluminum wheel back on it, so I have 6 alums all the way around. But we still got to check all the tires out and all of that. See, does this thing hold air? I don't know why he changed that one out. It seems like this one is holding air, so I'm not sure why he changed it out. But we'll see what it does. But in any event, when we got the trailer, he told us that he has had the rear axles completely redone, new bearings, new races, new seals, everything. And then he said the front ones he just had repacked. So we should have 4 out of 6 that have been completely redone, according to the previous owner. You know, and he's a straight up guy. He been straight up with me about everything about the trailer, so I have no complaints. You know, I did, you know, pull over after I got going with the trailer just to check the heat on my hubs, see what kind of heat I was getting in here. And as it turns out, this one was running a little warm. Not any smoke coming off of it or anything like that, but it was just running warm to the fact that it was warmer than all of the rest of them, and not by just a little bit. I did shoot some grease in each one of them, and because we weren't able to do it when we pulled out at. So I did shoot grease in each one of them, ran up the road all the way fine. It was about 6-7 hour ride from where we picked the trailer up, and it ran fine. So when I did have these caps out, the castle nut inside of here, the pin, the cotter pin in that, I mean, you could tell everything is fresh inside of there. So I'm thinking, you know, I don't know, maybe they put it together, didn't put any more grease on it than what they just, you know, smeared on the bearing when they put it together, but the bearings have to be packed sufficiently. So after I put that grease in it, it seemed like it was fine. We will be mounting this tire back here just to get all 6s, so that's why I had put this one up here. So You know, it's got the center caps here, which I like this feature. There's a little plastic cap that goes in here, and it's just a little plastic cap that just pushes in, just like this little rubber one. And that allows you, basically, if you take the plastic cap out, it allows you to service this without having to take the wheel off and then take this center hub cover off. Without the center cap in here, you can just pull your little rubber cap plug out the middle and you can put grease to the hub this way. So I will probably run these without the center caps in them. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, one of the other things that I didn't like is, even though these are steel wheels, he's running rubber valve stems in the steel wheels. So all the aluminum wheels have a steel stem, which is what you should run when you have this kind of pressure. These tires take 110 psi. All of the rubber, all of the steelies have a rubber stem like this. No bueno. That's not good. You don't run rubber stems with these high pressure tires. So anyhow, when I'm going to put all 6 new tires on it, and I will have those stems changed out as well on the 3 spares as well, so that they will all have steel stems in them. So you know how it is, guys. You get something, you want to go over it, you want to comb through it. As Hotshot Shorty said, we got to comb through it. We got to trust but verify. So we will put eyes on everything that we need to be concerned about, everything that is critical and important. And so we can know for ourselves what we're working with, where we're at, where we stand. So just making a little mental checklist of what we're going to do. And man, that's it. We will get back to you guys as it unfolds. We just want to share this with y'all. Thank y'all for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your viewership. And we'll see you when we get it on the road.